In a nation founded on religious freedom, a dangerous ideology is taking hold. Christian nationalism, a twisted perversion of faith, threatens to dismantle the very principles upon which our country was built. This video will explore the stark differences between Christian nationalism and true Christianity, exposing the harmful consequences of the former. Christian nationalism is a political ideology that seeks to merge Christianity with American nationalism, blending religious beliefs with patriotic fervor. This ideology often emphasizes the idea that the United States was founded as a Christian nation and should continue to be governed by Christian principles. Advocates of Christian nationalism often push for policies that discriminate against marginalized groups, including those of different faiths, ethnicities, and sexual orientations. This can lead to social and political tensions, as these policies may infringe upon the rights and freedoms of these groups. The core belief of Christian nationalism is that Christianity should be the dominant religion in society, influencing laws, education, and public life. This belief can manifest in efforts to display Christian symbols in public spaces and to incorporate Christian teachings into school curricula. Political involvement is a key aspect of Christian nationalism. Supporters often engage in political activities to advance their religious agenda, such as endorsing candidates who share their views, lobbying for legislation that aligns with their beliefs, and organizing rallies to promote their cause. This ideology frequently disregards the rights and beliefs of those who do not share their faith, leading to a lack of respect for religious diversity. Interfaith dialogue and cooperation are often undermined, creating divisions within communities and fostering an environment of intolerance. Historically, Christian nationalism has been associated with events such as the Crusades and the Salem witch trials. These instances highlight the dangers of intertwining religious zeal with political power, often resulting in persecution, violence, and social upheaval. Understanding these historical contexts can provide valuable insights into the potential consequences of modern Christian nationalism. Emphasize the biblical teachings of love for one's neighbor regardless of their beliefs or background. Christianity places a strong emphasis on the principle of loving others as oneself. This love is not limited to friends and family, but extends to strangers and even those who may be considered enemies. Acts of kindness, charity, and empathy are seen as expressions of this love. The teachings of Jesus Christ, particularly the parable of the Good Samaritan, illustrate the importance of showing compassion to all, breaking down barriers of prejudice and indifference, humility and service. Discuss the importance of humility and serving others, not seeking power or dominance. In Christianity, humility is a virtue that is highly valued. It involves recognizing one's own limitations and the value of others. Jesus Christ is often cited as the ultimate example of humility, having washed the feet of his disciples and lived a life of service. Christians are encouraged to serve others selflessly, whether through volunteer work, helping the elderly, or participating in community service projects. This service is not about gaining recognition, but about making a positive impact on the lives of others. Highlight the biblical call for justice and equality for all people, regardless of their social status or identity. The Bible speaks extensively about justice and the need to treat all individuals with fairness and equity. This includes advocating for the rights of the marginalized and oppressed. Christians are called to stand against injustice and work towards a society where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. This can be seen in various forms, from peaceful protests advocating for civil rights to community meetings aimed at addressing social inequalities. Tolerance and respect. Explore the Christian values of tolerance and respect for different beliefs and cultures. Christianity teaches that all people are created in the image of God and therefore deserve respect and dignity. This extends to respecting the beliefs and cultures of others, even when they differ from one's own. Interfaith dialogue and multicultural celebrations are ways in which Christians can practice tolerance and build bridges of understanding. By engaging in respectful conversations and celebrating diversity, Christians can promote a more inclusive and harmonious world. The dangers of Christian nationalism. Christian nationalism can sow division within society, leading to conflict and polarization. When religious beliefs are intertwined with national identity, it often creates an us versus them mentality. This can escalate tensions and lead to violent confrontations, as people feel compelled to defend their faith and nation against perceived threats. There's the potential for it to lead to authoritarian regimes that suppress dissent and undermine democracy. History has shown that when political leaders use religion to justify their actions, it can pave the way for authoritarianism. These regimes often silence opposition, curtail freedoms, and use religion as a tool to maintain control over the populace. It can also result in violations of human rights, particularly for marginalized groups. Those who do not conform to the dominant religious ideology may face discrimination, persecution, and even violence. This can lead to a society where human rights are not equally protected and marginalized communities suffer the most. And, perhaps most concerning, Christian nationalism misrepresents the true teachings of Christianity, tarnishing its reputation. Christianity, at its core, teaches love, compassion, and acceptance. When it is used to justify exclusion and hatred, it not only distorts the religion's message but also alienates those who might otherwise find solace and community within the faith. If you found this discussion insightful, please subscribe, like, and share to stay updated on more important issues. This is our call to action. We encourage you to advocate for policies that promote religious freedom, tolerance, and equality. Education and critical thinking are crucial to combat misinformation and propaganda. Engage with your communities to build bridges and promote understanding. The conclusion is, it is important to distinguish between true Christianity and the harmful ideology of Christian nationalism. It is time to stand up for the true values of Christianity, values that promote love, compassion, and justice for all. Let us reject the divisive and harmful ideology of Christian nationalism and work together to build a more just and equitable society. If you enjoyed this video, please take the time to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you for taking the time to watch until the end.